Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? My name is Bassy, and welcome back. Today we're going to start off with a brand new stadium, and that's the Breydel. Hey Julian and Declan, how are you guys doing? It's great to have you back here again. Let me turn on the music a little bit. There we go. How will I do this layout? I think what I could do is this. And we'll use this texture converter over there. Okay, cool. Give me eyes. Oh, I missed okay, I swapped around the A and E. Hey Whitey, how are you, lad? Can't stay as helping the boys with schoolwork, but want to send some love. Cheers, Whitey. And thank you so much for just joining and checking in. Whitey's a very good friend of mine. So, yeah. Almost like a brother. From another mother. But, yeah, so it's just a very, very good lad. Let me quickly change the text, because we're now going to go to the Breydel, which is Belgian. Which one should we do afterwards? So that is over here. Should I do the neutral one first? I am alright, yes, thank you. Yeah, so what's the next one? Let me quickly set up the files correctly for the Breydel. There we go. You nearly finished the game detection. Oh, that's sick, man. I'm so happy for you that you finally managed to figure everything out, Declan. That is so good. Really, really good. Good evening, Kane. How are you? And you love watching these? That is so great to hear. Thank you so much. Gotta love Unity not working. When does it ever work as intended? Ah, that's a bit of a joke, but... So I started off with the neutral one first. Yeah, that should work. So we'll do adds. It did have the correct files. So that's normal. 27K, yeah, that's good. So let's import those. Nice. So let's go Belgium. Version 2 is coming out on the 7th of February, so still a little bit to go. Vicarage Road, okay. I mean, we could do Vicarage Road as the next one, sure. I mean, we don't have anything else right now. So let's do Vicarage Road then. No, Has Clark. You will, in fact, you should probably uninstall everything. And from that point on, it's gonna be an all-in-one version. So there's nothing to do with updates or removing or doing specific. No, just remove everything. It's a fresh update. Now I'll tell you guys what. I have it on the Club Brugge. Club Brugge variant of this one. I forgot I did it, but I did. So let's see if I have the files set up in Unity already. If we have, we can just start doing that, and I'll do the neutral one in my own time. So Belgium. Right, it looks like I have imported it. So let's check out if I have the FBX loaded. I do. Okay. So Ryan, if you were to make a stadium yourself from scratch, that could take up to 30 to 40 hours at least. And I do make it in Blender, which is a bit inefficient since there are better tools to use for that. But having said that, you can do it in Blender, you can do it in Cinema 4D, you can do it in Maya. There are a lot of different ways to do it. But it could take around 30 to 40 hours if it's quite small. La Cartuja, the Copa del Rey final is played there. Oh yeah, that's a cool one to include at some point. Maybe we'll do that one after Vicarage Road. So first off, we're gonna do Belgium. We're gonna do the Breydel the Club Brugge variant. I appreciate you guys can't see the screen now because I'm having something loaded that I don't want to show off yet. So I'm kind of teasing you guys a little bit. I forgot I was working on this. Now, if you are new here and you like what you're seeing, or at least you want to stay in the know and in the loop, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Just means a lot, just does a lot. There are links down below to the Twitter, to the link tree. Did I include a link tonight for the sheets? I think I might have forgotten again. I did forget. So let me quickly include that one. I need to also do the description for Twitch someday when I have a bit more time on my hands, because it's so busy, it's unbelievable. Right. It should be in the description now. Let me check if that actually is the case. So for these ones, they are mostly PES conversions, and the PES conversions, they take a considerable... it's like a considerable amount of time less that it takes. But for example, the video you would see when I made Z Stadium, the Mejia one, that one is actually, yeah, made from scratch, made by hand. And that one did take quite a lot of time. So as you can see, most of these are actually just from PES 2021. But the ones that I make custom, they just take a lot of time to make. Right, I'm almost done. And then I can switch the screen. Right, and then do this real quick. Bosh. All right, cool. I'm now able to change it back again. There we go. Hey, Skip Sopa, what is up? Today we're gonna do one that is gonna be very pleasing towards the Belgians in here. There we go, that is more like it. I want to see if we can do some texture upscalings at some point, because some of these textures, they are quite old. So that is something that I have on the radar to improve in due time. So okay, so those aren't even individual light spots. All right, we need to make the roof double-sided. Does that work for all or just one side? It's 3 sides. Okay. There we go. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna get my drinks. Right. These don't look like the correct sponsor boards. Right, there we go. Let's make sure this all fits. So these are up here. Let's make them transparent then. This one is probably glass. Just curious to see what changes. Okay, that's the roof. Let's also make this then double-sided. And we have this piece of roof as well, which you can just make double-sided. Hey Leo, how are you doing, man? So we're currently doing the Club Brugge one. We can do PAOK after Vicarage Road. Sure. I'm down for that. So that is double-sided. Let's go down it chronologically. They look good. In terms of the normal mapping, I always find this one a bit difficult because it looks really rough in the previews. Curious if this changes anything at all. Unity sometimes can be really difficult to work with. All I can say is it's probably some error in one of the scripts that you have. That's usually where my crashes come from. But again, it is quite difficult because it's just derpy sometimes. I don't know. Please tell me that one is translucent if you are in here for quite a long time. But are you, I am the one and only. Are you talking about the game or are you talking about Unity launcher itself? Like the Unity editor? That is normal. I have that as well. That error code. I think this one is due for a texture upscale. So let me go ahead and find it. Yeah, for the game. But yeah, my Crashpad client also crashes all the time. So what is this? What is this stand called? Is that just the away end? No, that is down there. I'm curious if Wikipedia has a photo that I can use. No, I don't, Breydel, because I just take things one at a time. Whatever is, well, whatever I think is cool to do. So in some cases, it could take quite a long time, and the reason for that is if it is a checklist for me, it starts to get really boring. So I'd rather do something, like go from country to country and do what's interesting rather than a set number or something. Okay, that's good intel to know, skip Suba. But sometimes it is quite weird how it just, there's no consistency to it. Leo, we are currently working on compatibility options. So I'm not sure how it works yet. But given Declan is making it with my mod installed, I don't think it's going to crash. Am I really going to have to get Getty images now? Surely not. Now, it's not that I think it's cool. It's just, I know Rangers, they go there for a little while, whilst in the game at least, when their stadium is renovating. So that's why I just added it, because I think it's cool. Hey Danny, how are you doing? I just want to get a photo of the stadium itself. This is why I put out that shout for help when earlier this afternoon. Because there are some images that I just can't get my hands on. In essence, what I want to do now is, I don't know, Elite Heist Alliance. I don't know. That's completely new to me as well. But for context, I'm trying to get this board right here. Trying to get upscale textures. But you could try it for sure. The Portuguese league? No, it's gonna be Braga, Benfica, Porto, and Sporting. Those are the only 4 that will be in 2.0. So what Declan's mod is going to do is it will add in new crowd chants at certain points in time. I'm trying to get some images. But I can't find them, so I'll have to do this on my own time. This is gonna take far too long to do it right now. And it's for something you're not really gonna see that much. So I'm looking for an image, a high resolution image of this. Because in the stadium there is this board, but I can't seem to find high res textures. So if you guys can help, that will be really cool, I think. It's called the Breydel Stadion. No, I've not tried Google Street View. I just haven't, no. Right, so we need to do this texture again. In fact, so those are that. That's the roof. That's the trees. Did I copy over the adboards for this one? I don't think I did. So that is Club Brugge, assets model, and add the source images. There we go. And we'll place it in here. There we go. Maybe you work with FM27 official? No? No, at this point not yet. No. Try reverse image search. Okay, cool. Thanks, Leo. Saris, we will do the Greek League at some point, but the more people keep screaming for it, the less I will do it. I will get to them at some point, but I also need to have fun whilst doing it. It's a hobby first and foremost. Uh, 16, that is... that one, correct, yes. Then the normal map, so we'll do 0.5 for this one. The favorite stadium I've done so far, Braga. But that's purely from, it looks really pretty, point of view. I know there are some people that don't like the stadium. But I think it's a good stadium, it looks really nice. Maybe if you're a supporter and you have to go there every week, okay, maybe then it's a bit shit, but I don't know, I think it's really cool. Alright, there we go. Yes, I think Braga is really cool. Como is also really cool, really nice. I do like the San Siro, even though it's got quite a lot of darkness. Philipsstadion, of course. I mean, gotta rep my home club. I also want to make the Braak, so that's Helmond Sports Stadium, which is actually my local club that I support. So I got both BSV and Helmond that are my local clubs. So I'm gonna do both of them. Any update on online? I was able to connect, but as soon as I connected, I also disconnected. So it's most possibly a syncing issue. Or it wasn't immediately that I disconnected, but the moment we continued. So I think it's possible. Just need to figure out a way to be consistent in it. If only the beauty of a stadium could make a team win. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have been set at the bottom of the competition for quite a while now. We had a good year last year. We completely threw it away this year again. So that's a bit sad to see, but yeah. Sadly, not much you can do. No worries, Solo Manager. Thank you so much. Yeah, so 2.0 will be on the 7th, yes. Ryan, currently I am using the Virtua Red pack. So the 350 gigabyte stadium pack they made for PES. I just use it. I asked for permission, got permission. So that's why. Let's move back over to this view. Alright, cool. Let's make it static. So online saves did work for you. See, it's so strange. Some people have said that it actually does work. Some people can't get it to work. It's a mystery to me, sadly. On one side of the stadium, is there? Oh yeah, just above the goal. So that is... It's the side with the scoreboard. They both have scoreboards, cool. It's the one that stands to the right. So that is on this side then. Yeah. Alright. Hey Rich, what's up? What's the plan for 3.0? To add in new player models. Or at least the compatibility for it. So for this, what can I do? How did the match detection go, Declan? I think everything went well. So let's fix up these artifacts a little bit. Get them behind this barrier. I hope it didn't also select those. No, it didn't. Good. No, Huey never got back to me. So yeah, yeah. But that's fair enough. That's his choice. So there we go. That at least looks a little bit better. Then get those in there. There we go. That was my ultimate plan. is to get people inspired enough to actually start doing things on your own. Hey, good evening, Dale. How are you? No, Danny, that will be largely replaced by Declan's mod. Otherwise, it'll just be too much for me to work on. So I need to be a bit realistic in that as well. But I trust Declan enough to actually get it to work. So let me just quickly take a look at, for example, the German teams. What was the mesh name for this one again? Which club had a net there? I believe Union Berlin did. Oh, I didn't know that, Rob. I'll 100% give it a look. Let's see. These don't have a goal posts, do they? No. Did Hamburg? So that is the Volkspark. Oh. Thank you so much, Arturo Rodriguez.
Apenstaartje Arturo 3 Huwe 6263 superchatten $3.8.
Thank you so much for the $4, Arthur. You've been doing that every stream, and it's so nice. Thank you so much. I am curious, what does this netting sound like, and the names of this? So that is. Let's lock this one in, and then the nets are. So that is front 2-8, and it was left 1-4, left 2-2, all right, and then this one, front 2-8. I had that one, and then the net again, just to double check, left 1-4. All right. Yes, this one is also for Cercle. True. So I want to do the neutral variant as well. Is this also where they play the cup final? The what's it called? The Kroki Cup. Such a crack name, by the way. So left 1-4. It's probably going to be huge. Oh no, okay, that's actually the correct size. Nice. So at a 45-degree angle. I lived in Norway for a very long time, so that is probably where the confusion stems from a little bit. So that's 12 poles. I can't see. Alright, so they are behind the adboarding. So that would be. I think that is actually placed pretty correctly. Maybe on this instead. So the fact they're now pink is because they just don't have a texture assigned to them. So that is. Does one have a collider yet? No, it doesn't. And then in here. Do I have anything for net? No. So what I wanted to look at here was... Well, we can go to the Volkspark. Why am I being so complicated? Saudi League, not in my first plans, no. But I might make them in the future. But it's not in the initial plans, no. So for this one, is that the correct one? Yes. Right, so then if I go back to my notepad, left 2-2. So this one is, those are the poles indeed. Didn't I drag it in here? Yes, now they are. Sweet. Ah, I overrode it. Wash. Nice. Probably gonna have to make a new game object and then get it in there. So that is left 2-2. And then I can put it in. Wash. Quick edit, we can edit the selected mesh. Input a more realistic goal crowd sound that's working. Oh, nice. Parents win the UEFA Cup as a child, Pierre van Hooydonk. I mean, he's quite a bit of a legend, isn't he? In, over in the Isle. What did he play for Celtic? Did he play for Nottingham Forest as well? What I can do instead is cancel. And scale these down a little bit. They're probably actually, they are over here. I just can't find a high resolution image where I can see that. All I can see is that they're behind the adboards. Yeah, Forest and Celtic. Shouldn't have built a gate there then. We'll just place it like this. I think it'll be good regardless. 2003 Porto wins. The special one, Jose Mourinho. He inspired a generation. Did my favorite named player of all time play for PSV? He did. I believe he did. Yeah, let's give this a material and a texture. So the net needs to move a little bit. Like that. Ruben, this one is the Breydel Stadion. So that one is in Brugge. Both Club Brugge and Cercle Brugge play there. And then the final in the notepad was 2-8. So that's that one. So we'll need to make a new object. Call this one front to 8. We can drag the mesh in there now. We can copy the scale. Yes, Brugge. Thank you so much for that, Ruben. Thanks for the compliments. No, this looks better. And we'll just place it down so it fits. I'll tell you what, I'll probably have to. Those were the poles. There's this one. Because now they'll fit. Yes. Wash. Parken is not done yet, Andreas. I'm sorry. But it is gonna go in game. It is being prepared. Sure, Ruben. Is it the seats to go from red to gray? Yeah. That was one of the most requested things. Was it this one instead? Nope. It's not actually. You're from Braga. Oh, nice. Midtjylland will be included, yes. Just again, I don't know why, or I don't know when. But I have plans to do most of them. It's a microphone. At this point, it's probably easier to go back to the Volksparkstadion. Or not. Oops. It's so nice I can see which material is linked to which. That was what, 32? Whoa. Hey, FM on site, welcome. How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. and thank you for joining us. Hopefully you had a good stream. I have done the Jose Alvarado, yes. That was one of the first ones I did, actually. So this one doesn't clip very well. I don't know how noticeable it is, though. Must go now, but you will come back. Oh, it's all good, mate. Thank you. Great to hear that you had a good stream. And talk to you later. Whoops. So we'll position these guys a bit more like this. I mean, it's small details now, but still. Small details matter to me. With the new benches. With the green ones, you mean? Yes. I think I have. At least I should have. So that means the microphones are then positioned over there. Why has this one got a green shield? I kinda like it though. Okay. No, so I did the benches is I'm now doing everything so that when you export it, when I export it, it also exports the color of the seats with it. And in the past they used to be all white, whilst that's not what it looks like in real life. Right, so that is, and I think enough of this. Is the dugout? I can probably. I could probably change how this loads to be more like this, where what FM does. So I'm gonna be a bit lazy now. Alright, so there's that. Don't tell me I have to do them separately. Because then this is probably easier to do in Blender. It is easier to do in Blender. So I'll do them in my own time. Because I can't be asked with it now. I don't think that's entertaining. Yeah, so the staff benches are a problem, yes. Lucas, yes, of course. I have most of them actually loaded up already. It's just a matter of getting them done. But they are on my radar, yes. Right, that's them saved. And then I missed something else. Nope. So we're gonna do the lights now. There we go. So these are all the point lights, which means they're the ones that are causing the global illumination. Sorry, the non-global ones. That's what I was meaning to say. So we want these to be baked. The reason I'm not using spotlights is because Blender doesn't translate the positions of them. So for this intensity, I usually go for 40 and a range of 20 because they aren't supposed to be so in your face. You can also go up to 80. To do any second division stadium in Europe, I have done Vitesse. And I have also done Paços de Ferreira. The championship is on the radar. So I do a few of the second division ones, yes. So we'll do a lens flare at 0.6. Nice. You didn't even know. Okay, the next stadium is Vicarage Road. Oh, you do love that. The manager walked away again, not too long ago. Yesterday, I believe. So why are these so close to the pitch? Okay, cool. So what I want to do with those is I will change them to spotlights and I'll put them to mixed. There we go. With Eduardo. Okay. I'm gonna reach the range up to 120. In fact, we can probably lower this a little bit. I think I'll put it to baked instead. What I want to check out now is this one's blue. I want to tune them down a little bit so they're not so in your face. We need to do these individually. And then we'll add a color or a filter over it soon. Alright, that's good. Now I just select all of them. Again, they can all be spotlights. And let's do 75 and 82. We'll add a filter. An intensity of 400. Maybe even more. So what you'll see now is we'll have these spots on the pitch because obviously we don't have anything over here. Weather mod will be in 2.1, yes. So what I need to do now is select these lights, and we do those per side. There we go. We'll up the intensity to 600 for those. And we'll do the same for all of the ones over here, except for the first two, because they were on that side. As for this one, I can probably open this one up a little bit further, just so it's at the goalkeeper's face. Lighting is such a bitch to manage, genuinely. So this is the Breydel Stadion. It is the Club Brugge Stadion. And, whoa, I've just missed a lot of messages. Thanks, Kane. That's a lot of work. Thank you. I have not made any Greek stadiums yet, but we will do PAOK after Vicarage Road. And as you, Pedro, I have done Paços de Ferreira, as well as... Okay, so this is the same texture. Okay. This normal map doesn't matter one shit, so we'll just disable it. I think this looks better anyway. But I do plan on doing more Portuguese stadiums as well, of course, but everything takes time, so please take it easy. So now we go back to this mode. We put the points all to baked. Yes. That looks good. The halo lights are done. So now we'll do over to the lens flares. Or these are the big ones. Need to find out which one is in the middle there. Okay, so it's this one. Width of 80. The height of 4. Can set this range over to 120, so it just reaches the other side. And we'll do an intensity of 20. Is that the blue color on bench of Brugge? Yes, it is. It is. So we'll do local. Let's not. Let's just rotate it over this way a little bit. I know that's not the actual orientation, but we need it. Actually, no, maybe we don't. I can probably rotate it like this. Give it a ridiculous range, so it reaches the other side. And we just do a slight little bit of rotation. We give it a width of 10 and a height of 15. Curious how this is going to be. Then we'll just copy and paste it, do the same thing for this, and instead of the rotation this side we'll do the other one. Just so the goalkeeper areas are a bit more illuminated. This one can be a bit more rotated. There we go. So that one goes to the corner flag. And that one goes. Yes, that looks a little bit better. Right. We'll apply all these overrides. We'll do that soon, Erim. We'll do that at some point. Yeah, so 7th of February, that is when the pack will become live for everyone. So the Patreon feedback has been really positive. I just want to put that out there. So that is really encouraging. Obviously still a few bugs here and there, but hey, again, I'm one person. And those will be ironed out over time, but the feedback has been really good. So the next one is going to be on the 7th of February, Skip Sopa. And for the Patreons, it will be, well, the upcoming Saturday. So we're going to generate this lighting now. So I import them from Blender, Levski. Let me know if you want me to use your Discord name, but I import them from Blender, but I have to tweak it manually in Unity. Yes, correct, Skip Sopa, but that is then only again for the patrons. I think you are a Patreon member. So many names I keep forgetting sometimes here and there. Thank you so much, Edim. That is great feedback to hear. Yeah, okay. The name was really familiar, so that's why. But Saturday you will then be able to download it. Yes. Third divisions. I might do League 1, but it is quite a lot of work, especially for the third division ones. And again, I don't know how long I will be able to have fun with this, because that is the biggest factor for me. Is how much fun do I have? Actually, I'm just gonna do this for that particular side. Right, so we're now waiting for this one to finish. The stream could get a bit laggy, because that's just because we're handling a lot of GPU and CPU work. Now the reflection probes have been added. Not often that it's lighter in this than with any other one, so I think it'll go well. Bran, it's currently only on YouTube, but I will quickly add a link over on Twitch. Give me a second. So it's that one, Fran. Yeah, some models don't particularly like to be to do the lighting, but even so, I would do it in Unity because of the fact that it is easier to control, and you can see directly what happens in the stadium. So that is my recommendation. I might have truthfully forgotten, Ben. It's been so hectic over the last the last period, that I genuinely might have forgotten. This is a bit strange. We'll see what happens once we load it up in game. So we'll apply these then. Hey, tall guy. Thank you so much for popping in, and I'm sure I will have a good stream. Cheers, NWM. So we're currently waiting for it all to be built, and at that point I can add it over to the game. Let me quickly do the config for it. So I can close this file. Right, so I need to find the Club Brugge ID. So let's go over here. They don't have a team. Or they don't have a stadium, per se. It's just that's Jupiler Pro League and Cercle. That's a bit strange. Okay. Maybe it has a different stadium ID tag. Hey, Kojiro, how are you doing? That is, I just genuinely don't know what's happened there. Then I am the one and only. I'm sorry. Let's pretty much have fun for a long time. Patch the stadiums and improve, then play the game. That is really great to hear. Thank you so much. I just cannot find the ID. That is a bit shit. What I could do then, in the meantime, because I did make it, is I will just add it in regardless. Get myself in game. There we are. We're just gonna start a new save in Belgium. The chat boxes are disabled. Let me re-enable them. There we go. So the Alvalade Stadium just works for me, Kojiro, which is the seats also work. We can check it out soon. Club Brugge, there we go. Where in your priority list is the Polish Extraklasa? I don't have a priority list really now. It's just whatever I feel like I'm doing. Yeah, he's tried that a few times as well, Rich. But truthfully, like these things, I'm kind of puzzled because I can't replicate them. So the benches are, yeah, I mean like the stands are okay, but the dugout, where the players are sitting, that one is still not okay. But that is because I need to find a global fix. So one of the things that you guys can do, chat, is send over a lot of the different stadium banners, tifos, flags, all of those sort of things. That is something that you guys can help me with, because I don't go to games in Portugal. So I can't get photos of them, like high quality photos. But that goes for everything, of course. So they do have the Breydel Stadium, which is okay. Well, we'll just see what happens, don't we? So let's do calendar, fixtures. Why not a testimony? So this will be on the 26th. That's tomorrow. Okay, good. Alvalade, I've done Braga, I've done the Stadio da Luz, and I have done the Dragão of Porto. Yes, so that is six teams, I believe. Five teams. I will include Madeira as well, so Nacional. That one will be in soon as well, at least for the 2.1 version. It's nice seeing the Welsh. Ruben, so what you can do is send me a DM on either Twitter, X, or join the Discord, which is in the description below, and just ping me in the Stadium channels, and I will make a dedicated thread for you, so you can send photos. That is the most effective solution. Good evening, Celtic. It is evening. Yes, it is evening. So we've been live for just over an hour. One of the things that I truly hate about this FM is like the introductions. Cheers, Ruben. That is great. I've got some more legends than 3, Rich. I do like the regulars though. I enjoy you guys. Let's decline to meet the media. Thank you, Kazan. Thank you so much for the kind words. I mean, you guys turn up, nice. I like the interactions a lot. That's also a thing that I've just really enjoyed in general. Just the general interactions. Sometimes you got a few rotten eggs between them, but I take a lot more out of the positivity. So let's see if we got the Jan Breydel, the correct one in. Yes, it does look like it. It does not look like it, does it? It does look like it. The nets are there, cool. So I finally got attendance spreading correct now. I need to work on some more animations. But yeah. So I need to move these back a little bit. I mean, I like the Welsh. I like the Sheepshaggers. I like the Scottish as well. Yeah, so the dugout needs to move forward just a little bit. Are the managers not Darth Sidious and Darth Maul? They aren't. Nice. The bench players are though, and the linesmen. So we'll need to include... I know what to fix. I think. Be like bro. I mean, I hope Sheepshaggers isn't an offensive term. I think it's just really funny. Cool. Kojiro, are you still in chat? Because then I will show you the Alvalade. I mean, some stereotypes are just really funny. Yes. Okay. Cool. So I will. This is a save of Benfica in with Braga as the team that I'm managing, but yeah, with a Dutchman called Shaggy Mexicrani. Insane. Let's simulate forward a little bit. So we'll do it for a month. Oh yeah, no, I know, but it's just really funny. So Kazan, the thing is, that will be included in a Patreon 2.1, which will release on Saturday. Actually, we're playing a home game against Utrecht, so... So Kai, just above you in the Twitch chat, I did upload a list of it. I can once again try and post a link. I still need to set up auto moderator or whatever it's called. But there it is. Thing is, the Sporting play a home game again in the Europa League as well. They don't. Can I somehow watch this? I can't. Okay, so we will need to simulate forward a month. Till the 17th. Okay. Cool. Yeah, please. Yeah, please do, Ruben. Please do. What's happening? I am the one and only. In the meantime, I will quickly move back over to Blender whilst this is in the background. And we're gonna do Vicarage Road. So let me quickly find up the stadium. That is a bit odd. Yes. No worries, Jordi. So let's go to Vicarage Road. Should we include a list of all the managers they've sacked in the last 10 years? Because that's the running gag at this point, isn't it? Yeah, we're windmill shaggers, that's totally fine. I think that's quite funny. we're also like the bikers and stuff. I think it's quite funny. Could probably all fit in the bottom tier of the Grahams. Which one is that? Oh yeah, of course, the list of managers. Yeah, sure. Vlogshaggers, yeah, of course. There's so many things we're being called. Watford. There we go, that's now saved. Now I'm quickly checking up on Football Manager, see where. Okay. So 7 more days of holidaying. It'll be quite quick. It's the Dutch. The Dutch are the clogshaggers. So we've got footwear, which we call clogs in or klompen in English, in Dutch. And it's like traditional farmer footwear here in the Netherlands. Could you try and boot up the game as an administrator? I'm the one and only. I will do work on that, yeah. Ghosty thoughts. But I will do them whenever I feel like that is something that I wish to do. It's a hobby after all. So the top 5 leagues was a goal that I really set, like a specific goal. And now I can just kind of try a few different things. So now we'll do this, we'll bake them 6 times. Let's save, and it will look very jiggly at this point. Yes, it does. I'm gonna do this another 2 times. It's gonna take a bit of a while. There we go, that's crisp. So now the seats will say Watford. And we'll export the seat data. Any pics of it so far? I will. I'll post them on X, Twitter, afterwards. I tend to forget, but I will try and upload them when we do it. All right, let's move back over to Football Manager. I mean, it is Club Brugge, right? Irishman. Not Cercle Brugge. From where do I import stadiums for you? So the Virtua Red Stadium pack for PES. That is the one that I use. Yeah, it's Club. Okay, cool. I'm gonna look like a huge fraud now if they aren't green. That is very strange that it does that behavior. Can you try and yeah, so the crowds are still green. So that's a limitation of FM. I'm working on 3D UV kits. But the seats, if I take away the crowds, so this is the seat map now for Sporting. Yeah, so that is that. I will probably, what I need to do is make this green as well, like the underneath. Because I think the stairs are now also green, I believe. Es porco dedicado de vocal gloria. False dedication, devotion, and glory. Is that correct? That is a beauty. Nice, nice, nice. Did someone want to see another club? These are PES 2021 stadiums, yes. But I would do adapt them to FM. And also do some texture work here and there. So yes. Here we go. Thank you so much, Ruben, for the compliment. Irishman, if you're still here, I'm gonna show off Club Brugge now. Did the person we did a testimonial for play? Can I not see which testimonial it is for? Michele. Michele? He didn't even play. Brilliant. Yeah, that's what I was on about. If you go into your BepInEx folder and you go to core, interop, sorry. So I am the one and only. I will put a path for you in the live stream chat. Go to that path and clear out everything in that folder. There we go, night game. So Irishman, this is what the Club Brugge looks like. Yeah, so delete all the files in there. And then the next time you launch it, it should regenerate them all. Right, so this is the final time I'm going to showcase it. I do, but I cannot do multiple light maps. You can't post a link here, Kojiro, but I think I understand what you mean. So the seats need to be closer together, is what I understand. I think that can be done. That can be done pretty simply. Boom. Okay, this is gonna sound a bit odd, but can you try installing it to a different folder? The game. Because I think that is where the bottleneck probably is. I'm so sorry that's happening to you now. I'm the one and only. Tell me this isn't real, please. Please tell me that's not real. That looks so cursed. Let me quickly do these tools. So I need to do the billboards first. Are there no billboard source images here? So there is this one. Of course, it doesn't translate with this tool. It did do it with that one. Right, let's at least try and see if it works now. So I'm pretty convinced in Unity these will be mapped, because I'm pretty sure I have the textures loaded in Unity. I'm just going to double check. So currently I cannot see what's happening on my second monitor, because that's where I'm looking at the files. So please be nice to each other in chat. I don't doubt you guys will, but just in case. Right, so if I go to UV editing now. Yeah, I need to work on the Saint-Étienne one, for sure. Yeah, I am the one and only. Yes, it's especially that one. Yes. The guy who wrote and performed "I Am the One and Only" is a West Ham fan. Is he? Because it broke again. Tell you what, I have some time tomorrow, so I could do a AnyDesk session with you, so we can go and diagnose it ourselves, see what's going on. Fucking Christ. There we go. So what does it expect? It's just dummy, hang on. Maybe it's in here. Nope. I might have to... I mean, unrealistic thing aside, let's open up that file instead. Do I have anything else in here that is possible to help? No, I don't. So let's keep those on the ground, and we'll remove all these instead, because they get replaced with the FM ones, just in general. Ooh. Let's save it now, just in case. I'll page remember anyway, so you can message me later when of course, I will. Are you available tomorrow? And if so, just send a message when you're available, and if you're in a different time zone, and then we'll sort this out together. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So yeah, we'll figure something out, lad. That's all gonna be good. So for the area lights, they actually do translate, which is good. That is the only one, by the way, where it does translate. Yeah, thank you, dude, and you enjoy the rest of your night. I'm sorry that it's happened, but yeah. Take care, man. Right. That is that. Let's at the same time move these over like so. The custom distance will make them go for 200 meters. Oh yeah, that's of course only for the one, because why should we do it? Why should we make sense? There we go. Alright. Oh. Finally time for the scarecrows. We'll import them. And I'm gonna take a quick look at what else we can import. Yeah, that was it. Cool. So this is the import process for Vicarage Road. Let me quickly check off the Breydel. There we go. As for England, yeah, cool. So we can now start exporting this again. Yeah, there are so many passionate fan bases around the world, and it's insane. I wish I could do them all together, like at once, but I can't. There we go. That's now added as well. Did I need to add anything else? Yes, I did. I'm gonna add those in. Alright. As for the corner flags, I still haven't found a way to like properly import the corner flags, so that's something I'm hoping to do soon. So you could have proper corner flags. Right, so let's go back to Unity. Actually, I still need to run my texture program. Right, so it's 112 textures, so it should be done relatively soon. Now, if you are new to the stream and you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, you want to stay in the loop, please do leave a like and subscribe. Just helps out a lot, and just make sure we keep the lights on. I'm gunning for 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm hoping we can reach that. We're closing in on 7,000 really quickly. So yeah, really happy with how that's all going. I am going to put another post out that we're now working on PAOK. Yes, I know you did, Richard. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to get a public link to the video. So I'm going to do a quick little ad break so that I can sort this out, and I'll see you guys really soon. At least I hope ads now load. It's going to be my first time. I'm gonna do the there we go. Hey Ivan, so I will, for the Croatian stadiums, I will just do them whenever I feel like I want to do them. So there is a lot of work that still needs to be done. I have done Sporting Club de Portugal, Anderson. For sure I have. Okay, that's all the textures successfully converted. So let's go back to Unity and let's start working on Vicarage Road in Unity. So yeah, Ivan, I will just do it whenever I think it's gonna be cool to do. Again, it's a hobby. It needs to remain fun. And if it isn't fun, then yeah, I'll only be working against myself. Which I hope makes sense. Right, so that is that. And let's go here to England, the championship. Then we'll do Watford. We'll place that in there. See, yeah, you don't Montgomery Park for St. Johnston. Any more? Yeah, Ross. So the same goes for you as that. Just to Ivan. I will do all of them at some point. I'm just going to do whichever one I fancy, really. And sometimes that is a bit out of left field. And sometimes it'll be a very obvious one. We're now going to work on Vicarage Road. But yeah, it needs to remain a hobby, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, that looks good. So let's apply this. Cheers, mate. Hey, Declan. Good to see you're back. St. Dogs football, Brisbane Road for Leighton Orient. The only ground with 4 flats in the corners in England. Ah, nice. Hey, Marco. What's going on, my dude? Hopefully you've had a great day. England. So there won't be a live stream tomorrow night, I don't think, because I have a meeting from work. But Wednesday night we should have a stream again. It does. Oh, I didn't know, but that's quite a cool trivia. It's gonna be so cool with the World Cup. Absolutely. So I'm gonna do the World Cup back as well by the time FM. So that's still a month until the expansion releases, I believe. Round about a month. So yeah, still plenty of time. Let's do the stadium splitter. Then England Championship. We're gonna add Watford to it, and I just realized I forgot to switch my scene, which is fantastic. So Farman just behind the West Stand. Oh, okay. Stuff like that is really, really cool. I also want to do some Argentinian ones again really soon. Nice, love that. Let's rotate you up a little bit, like 90 degrees. So yeah, just by following along with the stream and doing what I'm doing, you are pretty much able to do exactly what I'm doing. In fact, Levski is one of the people who has already got it in FM by doing it himself. I know Dale, who is a moderator for the channel, has successfully ported some over. Yeah, so it is very possible. In fact, I believe if you have a bundle from other Unity games, you should be able to even extract all of the things that are in there and use them for stadiums. In fact, we even played with a Shrek football yesterday, so there is that. Which was completely cursed, but it was a thing. What was I going to do? Yes, we were going to rotate. That we did. So then we're going to add this into the lighting section here. 0, 1990. Change to a static. England Jampo. Yeah, that last bit I can really associate myself with. It is, I don't even understand how. So prepare yourself, because the lighting is so inconsistent. Sometimes it does exactly what you expect it to do, and sometimes it's just I think no words should be said about that. But it is truth. I can do the same thing 5,000 times and I get 4,800 different results. Sometimes it drives me crazy. So those are probably the scoreboards. It is. And I had a little bit of a rant yesterday, but whoever decided to use a different XYZ system for Blender, for Unity, for all the different 3D, drink bleach. Please do. That is such a source of frustration. Absolutely. I cannot put into words how frustrating that is. And then there are different scales. Oh man. So frustrating. This is only 2 models. I'm not going to be lazy today. I could very well be, but I'm not going to. Let's put you behind this. Get out of the way. I wonder if he uses it too. I think it'll be really funny if he's gonna use it. I added them in. Let's see. So what I did with them is if you go to your Blender plugin, there is a folder called GZs in it, and it says Fox Tools. No, not Fox Tools. XML, Scarecrow, and then the common and textures, there it is. As well as all the animation files and yeah, there's all the XMLs there. That is important. Hey Wally, what's up, dude? So which models do you use, Lesky, for the... From Balkan Box, I think, or not? Hey, Felipe. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, dude. And thank you so much for being a Patreon member. As for you, Wally, thank you so much for just joining. I didn't know you were on Twitch either, but yeah, nice to have you. As for you, Alexander, patience, my friend. I'm not a delivery service. Contrary to some beliefs. You pop in now and again. Cool. Really cool. Do these add, I mean, Am I? Like right over here. The thing that is so cool is people are sending me screenshots of where they have their season tickets. And that's so fucking sick. So the Lesky National Stadium, the Jordi Asparuhov. One century is the Nation Stadium. Yeah. Yeah. I used to do a save with Neftuchimik in the Bulgarian second division. I mean, they got dissolved, I believe, and they had like a mob boss as their I mean, every Bulgarian team has a mob boss as their owner. But I followed them around for a little bit and it was a crazy story. You can't tell me you can't tell me I'm wrong. You had to save them in the last few months. Cool. Which one is this? It is called 018. So I don't know why it isn't in Unity. Ah, it's still because I'm still in Club Brugge. There, dudes. Okay, cool. That's really sick. For me, it's kind of just I was recovering from surgery. The game was a bit not very good, and I just thought it would be really funny if I can start doing things, and I did. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna remove the PSD logo. Don't worry, lads. So let's just overwrite this one now. Boom. And now they should load. Make them transparent. Still need to make this roof double-sided. Thank you so much. I don't like to believe that because there are a lot of really talented people working on it. But yeah, it's been a good journey. I mean, we're gonna have 3D kits soon in the stands. It is possible. I just need to do the UV mapping for them. And then the goal is to have 10 different kits from different time periods. And then they will all kind of... so they will all blend in with the crowd so that you're going to have different types of... Because if you go to a normal stadium, you will have kits from all different eras, right? So I'm going to go for a similar sort of thing. I think that's really cool. And it's possible now, I just need to change a few different aspects of it. Now I think what's happened here is it's mixed up. It's mixed this up. So that should be that. That looks correct, that looks correct. This doesn't. Alright. And the best part of this all is that you will be able to map it yourself. So it's not going to be done by me. It's just going to be a framework. I will provide some basic things. And you can use whatever kit you like from whatever era. You can make custom ones. And they will be they will just need to follow a naming convention, and from that point on it's yours. The same as the stadiums actually already do. The only thing that's like really proprietary is my crowds, but that's because they're still not optimal and I want to make it right before I do something with it. Felipe, I am very convinced that they will be translatable to 27 as long as they stay on Unity. And I think they will. So the chance that these are going to be used in 27 is very high. I'm not going to say 100% because that's impossible to say, but very high. Yeah, it will be really strange if they were to switch engine now. So late. Correct. Yes. So what I do is I have a general lighting. So even the lighting bundle, right? If you're a master in lighting, you can make your own bundle and overwrite my global lighting. And it will just search for that one. It just needs to do floodlight and floodlight night. That is the only two requirements you'll need. Yeah, exactly. So I think there is more chance. I'm not gonna say that because that's not PG. Lol. Yeah. Also, this one is a bit weird, isn't it? 0, 10. So that one is over there, and what is the last one then? I will wish you luck because you're gonna need it. So yeah, but if you have any questions, Lesky, just message me. And it should all be good. No worries. We're in this together, like as a community. So we're just gonna do what we can. I don't understand this texture. What is it in Blender? Yeah, so this is 11. Okay, so it is just that way. Okay. Looks really weird, but sure. As for these, I believe Kane is a Wasford fan. If he's still here though. I think he is. Yeah, so this particular bit right here. This is what the model came with. Is that actually there? So this railing, this grate. In fact, let me just quickly change this one over. Because it bothers me. Oh, okay. Sick. So this is sys left 2. So let's use this one there. What was it like in Blender? So it was only the ones next to the goal, and here it was only the ones next to the goal. Okay, so we can remove this. And we can remove this. So that is material 2, that's material 3. So what is it on the other side then? And this is in Blender, so you guys can't see this now, but this is 7 and this is 6. Glad I did it in that order, boys. So that is this one. Oh, nice. That is quite nice. Yeah, Miles is also a Watford fan. So I think the chances of getting taken down have just gone down a little bit. Maybe. That was an obvious joke, by the way, so don't get mad at me, Miles. I love the game. I'm not sure on that one. So 2.35. All right, I'm satisfied with this. Let's save the scene before it crashes and we lose all our progress. Burp. Yeah, time for lights, I think. Let's add the prefab here. So, what are these? Where are these starting? So those are floodlights. Okay, cool. So we can do about 80 in terms of length. We'll change them to spots. I don't want these to cast a shadow, because then we'll do the roof shadows with them, and that's not what I want right now. So we'll do about 500 intensity. We could probably even go for more, but hey, Zinho. Hopefully you're doing well. I also want to do a 9000 Kelvin filter above it. Could have probably selected these as well, but yeah, it is what it is. We're not gonna select that one though. So what was this one? 80. As for the intensity, we said 500. And we changed the spotlights. This was 120. This was 80. And yeah, no shadows. So now we will select these again, and we're gonna set these to baked, so they're not a performance negative. So that one starts there. Yeah, so this is Vicarage Road under the floodlights. I think it's now a bit too far ahead. So something like this, and then we'll do 120 in terms of distance, so it just goes over the midline. They are not relevant to each other, Zinho, but the pitch pack is very outdated at this point, so it's not recommended to use it. And truthfully, I just don't have time to fix it. But it shouldn't cause any conflicts, no. Okay, and then we have that I put them to baked. Good. Yeah, so this one is out on the 7th of February, yes. But this won't be in the pack that is going to go out public. This will be in the Patreon pack first. So they get a week early access. And on that point, after the week, everything should be out into the public. So I think that's a fair trade-off in terms of the hours that goes into it and the reward that you're getting. I think we have a few patrons in chat, so if you can confirm or deny that, that would be great. Alright, good. Not yet. I love this game. Sorry for that. But no, not yet. And frankly, I don't think anything is going to come out anytime soon. Just based off of the fact from how new it is. If that makes sense. Is it just me, or do these floodlights just look not very useful? I mean, of course, they will have like a big spread, but... Yes, I did, Jerry, I did. Oh, you can restore that quite easily, Zinyo, by using the Steam file checker. What's it called? Verify game files. What was the object that you double-sided material? That was the floodlight here. England Championship. That was 20. So this one. You can't see it now, but let me move my face out of the way. That was this one. So probably just the backside. But if I do both, I can just redo. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just so that we can see. I mean, this shouldn't have that much of an impact, I don't think. In fact, what I probably should do is make this transparent. and then we can do the backside only. Thanks to skinny fat lad. Are you a skinny fat lad though? Just curious. Never hurts to ask. Right, so let's just quickly do this. Okay, so that is a thing. Alright. Is this not just a cover? It is. And let me use this turf, just so we have a bit of a smoother overlap. Or not, I guess. Didn't I use that turf for... I did. So where does this one end? Okay, that's just a whole mesh. Alright, so we've got no crossover between this. Alright. If that's the way it is. Yeah, that is essentially what the Steam checker does. It just re-downloads all of the files that have been changed or modified. And that's it. So that is the first thing that's the first thing you should do when you run into bugs. Normally, at least when you're not using a modded experience. But sometimes in terms of like my mod pack, sometimes it adds new features that crashes a game, and then because we're running outside of the Steam environment, resetting your files does absolutely nothing. I saw a few players have some real life boots. Is that a new feature? Nope. It is the boot pack by Benny, which is a FM content creator as well. In fact, I do have a referral link. Let me see if I can find it. Thank you for the sub, skinny fat lad. Much appreciated. I need to see, because I've been logged out, so I need to see what what my own link is. But I need to set this up in the description at some point. Yeah, I don't have the link for it right away, so I will make sure to include it for the next stream, Blex. So this is now normal. I'll do these point lights. We might even want to put them into spotlights. Do I... maybe for these ones, and then we put them to baked. Just because I want the behind the goal to actually be lit up properly as well. So we'll just do a little bit like this. Don't want any shadows for these. And we can do an intensity of... Are these on a different transparency layer? So the roof is the one that's getting the most of the lights. Yeah, Benny has done boots since I believe the first week of Football Manager this year, and they look really they look really quite good. So it's a big recommendation. I can probably get away with this. And then we still have the issue that these aren't quite reaching the goalkeeper area yet. So we'll just copy these two. And we'll get them over there. And we'll then just rotate them. Go to original files back, we'll just need to redownload the new gen faces. Oh yeah, true. And that is how easy it kind of is to reset once you've messed up. And it just happens to everyone. So don't feel discouraged. That's just the stuff that happens. Should know how often my game crashes. It's a lot. Are they downloadable on FM Scout as well? Yeah, okay, but yeah, but there is a premium version of it as well, which gives you more customization options. No, that's a total non-starter. That actually blue screen of death the game a few times. So, but the thing is, I now have frameworks, so I'm now able to actually add new things without having to rewrite everything, which means it's more flexible, and therefore it's also able to do. What if I want to add an animation? I can now do so freely without having anything to worry about. It just has to follow a few like a set naming convention, and that's it. That's everything. And that makes it really easy at this point to use, to add things to. When to upgrade from version 1 to the next on the tool, whenever it... yeah, because the tool doesn't currently account for updates. I plan to fix this down the road, but it's not something that's on the priority list at the moment. Since drag and drop is quite easy, and it should be... yeah, it should just be very doable. Sending me dev tools? I don't know. I mean, it's always welcome, of course, but then they would be officially maybe condoning instead of condemning. Yeah, so what you want to do then is, it actually tells you what to do. and I don't mean that in like an aggressive way. So you get a very long code, but once you follow the website, and if you fill in the code that it gives you in the pop-up that you get, it should just continue onto the main menu for you. Right, now we're gonna let that bake. It's currently 10 o'clock, so quite late already. But we're gonna start with Pauk at this point. Just while it just renders. I'm currently gathering the files for this. Parkstadion, there we go. Get that all copied over. There we go, SD:9. And we can import the main stadium right now. Boom. Right. There it is. That's quick. So let me quickly save this in a new folder. So do Pauk. So we're now in Athens. That is true. Is the stream going fine? Because baking can be quite intense, and we're now running a few different graphical programs. So thanks for the sub, Max Miller. Stream is fine. Okay, very good. I support Helmond Sport as well as what's it called? As well as BassyBoy. Pauk, is it Athens? I don't know. Could be Thessaloniki. But it could be yeah, it could be Thessaloniki. I'm not that well versed in where clubs are from. I just know the names mostly. Which is weird since I do know all the flags of the world, but Helmond Sport sadly is not an Eredivisie team. As much as I wish they were, they just aren't. And they won't be for a long time. Pauk Partizan? Nah. Is that like a relationship in terms of clubs? Or a heated rivalry? Pauk Partizan, CSKA Moscow. Okay. Nice. So now we can export the seed data. 25,000. Is that right? Does that sound legit? Yeah, we do have a few young Belgians running around. Always kind of have, haven't we? Right, it's the Rio Ave is very cool. That's one we're gonna do in due time. I mean, look at the Netherlands. If you kind of consider it, right? We have 16 million people. And the fact that we've been so consistently so good internationally since, what is it, the 70s? Don't think Henke played for us. Can't remember anyhow. So we need 3,000 more seats. Okay, good to know. Further reduced, 28, 29k. Okay. So we could do with a bit less seat spacing. So that is 26. Yeah, R9 first club was PSV. Yeah, correct. 28k. Okay, good. I never got to see him live. Sadly, I'm too young for that. I'm a 2000s kid, so like literally 2000s kid. But yeah, insane. Ronaldo, Luis, Nazario, Tolima. Absolutely. Together, absolutely would have won a World Cup. Maybe even multiple times. Because, I mean, if you just look at the populations, the fact that, I mean, Belgium is more of the last couple of years. More, like 20 years or so. But yeah, it's criminal how good we are actually. There's a population density. Is there an ETA? The 7th. So BG the 7th, it will come out. The 2.0. Romario de Faria also played for PSV, yeah. Andre, will you come to Brazil for Carnival? I don't know. I don't have that much money, man. It's 7th of February. Yes, correct. Panathinaikos will also be done in due time, Georgia. We'll do them all at some point. But just one step at a time. Maybe this one? No, 48. Of course, we have Ruud. I mean, as much as he's maybe being clowned upon in the UK, Gakpo is very highly regarded here. Right, we've got nothing else to add any extras. Okay, good. So that's the lights. So let's import the Scarecrow. So I'm going to be exporting this stadium right now in Unity. Vicarage Road. Oof. That pitch looks a bit rough. That's the AO, that's not the anti or ambient occlusion, which is being a bit of a downer. That's better. Yep, that looks better. So let's save the light map data. I just realized I forgot to switch my scene again, so I'll just build it right now. And then I'm gonna go back to Blender. There we go. So that's the scarecrow now imported. So yeah, let's select all of this now. We're gonna export the FBX file. So Vicarage Road is gonna be the last one we're gonna test, and then PAUK we'll start with on Wednesday, or maybe tomorrow during the day, whenever I have time. Rixon, moles. No, I don't. The only one I can like vaguely remember is Geo. And of course Virgil. But even then, I didn't watch football when I was a little lad, so only watched regularly for about 7 years, 8 years. Yeah, Van Bronckhorst. Scorer of one of the most beautiful goals ever on a World Championship against Uruguay. God, that was a thundercunt. That was like a proper shot. So let me really quickly also copy over all of the textures. New folder, PAUK. Boom. That looks good. And over here, Greece. I can't see chat right now, so if you send a lot of messages, I'm so sorry. I can't see it because I am currently sorting out some files. So that is that. Then we go here to models. Right, Bosch. Yeah, Henke played for Feyenoord, didn't he? Yeah. I'm only 25, so we don't talk about Frank and Ronald de Boer. Cocu van Bommel, Avelay. That was a great team. That was was that Crusading second stint as trainer or manager? We've had some proper good teams, we. Yeah, that's exported now. Cool. More than I was. I mean, the world's changed, hasn't it? Everything's become a lot more accessible. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'll leave that in the middle. That's a fun question. 31 now. Oh, you've passed. You've gone over the ledge. How old do you guys think I am if I didn't just say my age? Just curious, because people always think I'm a lot older than I am. Don Valentino. I remember the Ajax of the 80s and the 90s. 70s. So he saw Cruyff play. Yeah, it's okay. So 25, 27-ish, yeah. Yes, Richard, that is exactly the reason. And because they're terrible managers, in my opinion. I had to watch Frank de Boer football at the World Cup. And that's something you shouldn't wish on your worst enemy. I think that's actually like it's more exciting to watch paint dry. Yeah, Watford bundle. Cool. Let's save this and let's test this out in game. So we're gonna do this test. And then it's time for me to end this stream. It'll be 11:30. We've done about 3 hours. So that's a good time, I think, to end it. Yeah, the thing with Ajax usually is the arrogance. I mean, every fan base has a certain amount of arrogance in that supporter base. But for Ajax it's just not even the Man United. It's not even because they're like the biggest. Which, in terms of trophies, you could make a case. But it's just the what they usually carry out, you know? It's like, we deserve to be here because we are Ajax. And I'm like, no. Football is won on the pitch. Not because you're a name. I mean, Berghuis is a rat. If you're making that move, you're just a rat. I've got no sympathy for that. There are just some bridges you just don't cross. At least not without reason. Yes, that watch you want play, and I'm from Brazil. So I grew up with Pele in the 60s. Oh man, he watched some proper. That is some sick. That is a sick background. That. Right, let's hope Vicarage Road just works as it should. There we go. And then there was light. Zico. Yes, amazing. Look at that FA Cup ball. You prefer Zito? Oh, okay. I think that's a name I don't recognize, at least. I hope I can change the corner flags at some point, because I know there are textures for it. It's too much to do in terms of... Ah, the ball casts a shadow, nice. Does it actually work in 2D as well? Look at that, the ball has a shadow. Oh yeah, and the players do cross the pitch lines. Like, the pitch lines are above the players. But that's just a transparency layer thing that I can do. Tactical is a bit fucked, but hey. Right, so that's it. Again, tomorrow through the day or on Wednesday. Depends on what happens and how it happens. Yeah, we're going to continue on with PAOK. I want to thank everyone so much for... I was 2 years old when they won it, yeah, true. But we're going to continue tomorrow. I want to thank everyone so much for just tuning in, being here, having a good day. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. My name has been BassyBoy. I wish everyone a very, very nice night, and see you later. Bye-bye.